and it's not been the same anywhere. As you know, it's been pretty cloudy and misty around much of southern England and the Welsh coast, and further north, as the radar shows, rain has been pushing into Northern Ireland and much of western and just latterly central Scotland. Satellite picture shows that the rain is actually extending out westwards. There are a few holes in the cloud further south. They're going to be filled in, I think, with mist tonight. And that's the low pressure that's been bringing the fairly mild air and, of course, very damp and cloud-ridden air to most of the country. That'll run itself a little bit closer overnight, bringing further rain to Northern Ireland and western Scotland and keeping the western coast rather dull and drizzly and bringing a lot of mist to most of the country. But it will be a fairly mild night, if rather close and maybe unpleasant in places. 10 or 11 degrees typically the lowest. For Thursday's weather, the frontal zone will be somewhere in here. We couldn't be exactly sure where, but Northern Ireland and central southern Scotland have a fairly high chance of having a bit of rain during the day, on and off. Equally, it'll stay rather dull through the Welsh coast and the southern counties of England until you reach some high ground inland. It should be brighter for much of northern Scotland, and once again, inland the cloud will break and allow a certain amount of sunshine. Later on in the day, I think it'll brighten up in much of Northern Ireland and central Scotland. Maybe it'll cloud up more so in northern England, but there'll be some sunshine hanging on till the end, shall we say, in the Midlands. Once again, it depends on whether you get the sunshine, whether you get the highest temperatures. Somewhere we'll see 21, who knows, maybe even 22. Underneath the clouds, 16 is more likely. In the really dull weather, probably about 12 or 13 degrees, and that extends up towards northern Scotland as well. Well, there's Thursday's chart. We're still drawing in this mild air, as you know. There's the frontal zone. For Friday, one front will die out, the next one will try and edge its way in. Consequently, there will be rain, at least for a start, in Northern Ireland, much of central Scotland. England and Wales, fairly similar day, warm if the sun comes out, still fairly dull around the coast of Cornwall and Wales, just for example, and northern Scotland, I think, staying in brighter skies. For Saturday, in fact, the start of bank holiday weekend, high pressure is on the scene. Now, with that building, generally fronts seem to be kept to the west. So, although there will be some rain around in northern Scotland, there'll be a few showers afterwards. It should be fine for almost all the country and warm if the sun comes out. For Sunday, the rain tries to edge its way in once again to western Scotland and Northern Ireland. It still stays fairly warm though in much of England, after maybe a chilly start. And for Monday, very little change. Hopefully